everybody, first of all. And I want to thank Mary and the whole Sun Bowl committee and everybody who helped put this bowl on. It was an awesome experience for our kids, and they had a great time, and we just really want to say we appreciate it. Thank you for having us, and we're looking forward to putting a good product on the field tomorrow when we get ready for this game. So thank you guys very much. It's been an awesome week of preparation for us. Going all the way back to Monday before we left and got on the plane, guys had a small workout, and then we got out here and kind of let them enjoy and take in El Paso a little bit on Monday, and then we went to work on Tuesday and went with our regular routine week. And it worked out very well for us. Had some unbelievable practice, spirited practices, a lot of energy. Didn't want to be on very long. Guys really were locked into the details. Didn't have a whole lot of repeats and those type of things, so we were able to get through it and get them back and get them off their feet. So we're happy with the week of preparation, but like everybody said, now it's time to play football. So we got 24 hours to put the finishing touches on and keep our focus and our details and make sure we're ready to go, and we will be. So I'll take any questions anybody may have.
Coach, from a defensive standpoint, what kind of challenges will Luke Falk, the Washington State quarterback, present to your team?
Big challenge. And they know what they've been studying film and the tempo and his accuracy and how fast he gets the ball out and what they do offensively speaks for itself. And so it's going to present a big challenge for us. We're going to have to be disciplined in our pass rush up front and those type of things. And we're going to have to be disciplined on the back end as well with our DBs and make sure we are tied into the things that we need to be tied into in the details and match the energy and the tempo that they play with. So it's a big challenge for us.
Does he compare to any of the ACC quarterbacks that you faced this season?
Just in regards to just being a pure passer. Probably, some of those guys were, runners and those type of things. So it's a little different being that this guy can really, pick you apart, does a great job getting the ball out and taking what the defense gives you. He's, extremely accurate and big, strong kid that throws the ball very well. So in those regards, he's a little different because he's such a pure passer.
Just put a pressure on your offense to control the ball and kind of run the clock?
No pressure. I think we always want to be as balanced as we can be, and the number one thing with that is to make sure we're taking care of the football. That's the number one thing. We're taking care of the ball, and we're staying balanced, and we're doing the things that we do well. I think that'll take care of itself. So that's not a pressure. We're going to play the way that we play football.
Coach, I guess maybe with all the extra practices, maybe what kind of improvements have you seen in maybe certain players, or has anything stood out, or maybe a position that stood out for you in the last few weeks?
No, we just went to work, and we attack fundamentals. We want to be very good fundamentally and with our technique and the discipline and the details of that stuff. So that's what we really went to work on. The object is to get everybody better, from your seniors to your redshirt freshmen and everybody. So when you keep things fundamental and you keep things in perspective, you get everybody better, and that's the ultimate focus.
What do you see in practice from the guys that makes you know that they're going to be motivated to play these games? Energy and passion. I think if you, when you go to work every day, if you come with a certain bounce to your step, a smile on your face, and a focused attitude, you have a chance to be successful. So that's always the number one sign. In human nature in people, some people wear their emotions on their sleeves and they do those things. You can tell what people are. And these kids have always come with a really good energy and a bounce to their step about everything we've done. The whole experience and everything that we've experienced this week. So that gives you an idea that we'll be dialed in, we'll be ready to go.
What did they think of the stadium? It's definitely a different backdrop from what they're used to.
Yeah. It's neat. Again, a lot of these kids haven't even seen mountains before. Right. So it was awesome to see a stadium built into a canyon, and you can still see the tops and the peaks of the mountain. So they're all excited about that. And again, it's the holistic experience for them. So they really thought that was neat. And we were out there yesterday. And so they got a chance to really get in there and get a feel for how the air moves around and the wind blows and those things. So it was good. Very excited about it.
It's my last weather question, I promise. But did you guys, I'm figuring you prepared and brought in the trucks equipment for snow, cold weather, everything, is that right?
Our equipment guys are pretty good, so I think they'll be ready to go. David Case and his guys do a phenomenal job of making sure we're covered top to bottom for whatever the circumstance or whatever the weather conditions may be, so we'll be prepared.
What do you think about what Washington State's been able to do in late game situations, pulling out victories, and as your approach as a head coach, now if you're in a situation like that, knowing they're probably not going to hurt themselves too much?
No, they're not. And you watch all their games, they've been in every one of them. But no, make no mistake about it, that's how they play. You talk about the film, they play hard, they play together. They're physical, everything they do is fast, and you're really taken by how good of a football team this really is, top to bottom, in every facet of the game, offense, defense, special teams. So that in itself got our kids' attention right away. They know what they're dealing with, and then they've kind of had to play for 4 quarters, all the way down to the bitter end. And fortunate enough, that's been some of our experience as well the last 5 weeks. We've been in those type of games too, so it should be a heck of a ball game. It should go all 4 quarters.
Larry, when you look back at everything that these kids have endured the last 6 weeks, to be at this moment, when you reflect on it now, your thoughts on just how they've handled it and this moment, Saturday, what do you mean to that?
Well, first of all, the expectations at the University of Miami are obviously always high. And they know that, and they recognize that. And one of the things we really needed to be able to overcome is when things don't quite go your way, in the way that you plan and the way that you train for them to go, there comes a point where you still have to make a decision of how much this truly means to you and how much getting better and being successful really means to you. So through even what we've been through, we still had to find a way to find success. And they did that. And the way that they did it was they stayed together. They played for the pride in the university that they represent. They played for the commitment and the love that they have for each other. And it's gotten us to this point. And the reality of it is this is where we are. And the only other opportunity we have is tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock. That's what you have. That's what you're guaranteed. And so it ain't always how you start. It's always how you finish. So we're looking forward to it, and we're going to go out and give our best effort to finish the way that we want, the way that we're going to be, something we'll be pleased about and happy about.
Do you feel a little bit that you're also playing this, without Golden in mind and what you went through?
The whole foundation was built way back in January, and we haven't deviated from that very much at all. The foundation has always been the foundation. The adversity, we talked about how we're going to deal with adversity as a team all the way back in January, and that's kind of stuck with us all the way through, because in anything that you do, any business, any corporation, any football team, when adversity hits, the only way to deal with it is together. There's no magical potion to that at all. But that takes trust. That takes a lot of people believing in the same goal, being having a singular focus, and sticking to it, and being willing to make the sacrifices that it takes individually for all of us to be on the same page and be on the same road and get there together. So absolutely, that's always there.
One last question.
Coach, Leach goes for it on 4th down more than anybody. How does that change your defensive approach, if at all?
It really does. We're going to play each down as it comes. I think, that's what football is. You take each down and what's the situation, what position are you in, where are you at on the field, and those type of things, and you play football every down for 4 quarters. I don't think there's necessarily a different approach or style or attack. It's just, play your style of game for every down.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.